Hey guys, this is Shawn Sanders coming to you with another quick video. So please hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend about me. So I am sitting in the parking lot of my office and getting ready to walk in. It is a beautiful day. This weather has been very wacky, and as you know, what I said in my last couple of videos, we have experienced some good snow, kept many of us homebound, some of us without power, and today everybody is back to normal. Kids went back to school, and I'm going back to work, and I have on a jacket, and it feels very, very warm outside. It is supposed to hit 50 degrees tomorrow, and so all of this is going to start to melt. And so the running joke is just wait a minute and just watch the weather to change. So but I'm glad that this part is over. We're supposed to experience some more snow, but it's good to get back to normal and back to business. So I hope everybody is having a good Friday, and I'm going to be getting my work done real fast because my church is having their 25th anniversary celebration. It did not get canceled because we are back up and running. My company's award ceremony was canceled yesterday because the county had pretty much a no travel unless you were essential personnel, meaning that you were needing to get to work or you had to be at you were emergency personnel. You weren't supposed to drive, so it was canceled. So we're gonna do the celebration later, but for my church we are going to be celebrating tonight. So I just wanted to get on camera and just ask a quick question. What is the one piece of advice you would tell your younger self? And what sparked that question was that I had a conversation with my daughter last night, and it was a heavy conversation, but a really good conversation. You know, 17, she is growing up to be a young lady, and with that comes a lot of curiosity and questions about life. And you know, it was a heavy conversation, but I am grateful that we have she has enough trust in me to talk to me, because I always say the one person that's going to always have your back is me, and I'm your mom, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Your friends are not going to be the ones that are going to always give you sound advice, and they're not going to always give you accurate advice. They're just going to tell you what they know, and that is very limited information. And you know, friends sometimes tell their friends real stupid advice that makes absolutely no sense. So you know, my job is to protect you, and one way to protect you is to give you accurate information, or at least guide you in the place where you should get the information from. You shouldn't always get information from your friends because they don't always know. So, but that sparked on the question because I think of myself when I was that age and in my early 20s. And now I'm embarking another birthday, and I'm, you know, here it is 20 plus years later. And the one, you know, the question I have, because I see her fretting over stuff, and now I've turned that corner. And of course, anybody that's been on the earth a while realize that some of the things that we used to fret over when we were young, in our late teens, early 20s, we realize now it's really wasn't all that serious, but it was epic. It was earth-shattering, and you know, the sky was falling. And so, but you know, I always took advice from my elders. I had women, sage women, who really gave me great advice, and I really valued that. So the question was, what would I tell my younger self? What one piece of advice I would tell my younger self that would save me a lot of headache and a lot of heartache? And the one thing that I told her, and I don't know, she may take it, she may not, but the whole point to have these conversations with your children, especially when they're growing into their own, is that they may not understand it and they may not even commit to it, but is a seed planted, and somewhere along the line it's going to click. And that's what I need to have happen. So I'm just planting the seed. And I said, if I had one piece of advice that I would tell my younger self, would be to trust your gut. To trust your gut and trust your intuition. And the mantra that I've lived by, that when I have followed it, it has always served me well, is that a doubt is a don't. And what I mean by that is, everybody has that intuition, that gut. For me, I say, for myself, I call it my God speaking to me. You know, people may say it, their source. They might call it whatever they want to call it. But if you sit quiet enough and you listen to that inner speak, that voice that tells you, or that tells you, I don't think so, or that tells you no, that is the voice, that subconscious voice. For me, I call it God speak. That when I listen to it, is telling me to pause. I don't necessarily get the reason why, I just get the caution that you need to heed to the voice. And whenever I have listened to it in regards to making a choice financially, making a choice personally, making a choice in business, in my romantic relationship, my interpersonal relationship, whenever I have listened to that voice and it's caused me to pause, it has always kept me safe and has always kept me out of danger. And a lot of times it will reveal itself why I should take that advice. Whenever I have not heeded to that pause, it has always led me into consequences that I was not prepared to handle. It has led me into a lot of chaos and a lot of strife. It has led me to a lot of the trickle-down aftermath of my decision of not listening to my gut and not listening to that voice. And, you know, like I mentioned, you know, during the scandal video, like Glenda the Good Witch, she says, you had the power all along. And I'm really big into telling my daughter that, you know, you should not be giving your power away to people that are not worthy of it. Your power is with you having a discernment and understanding of who you are, and having that confidence and self-esteem about who you are, to stand up and to stand true to who you are. And I realize that necessarily you don't get it at 17, but there's some things that I understood very, very well about who I was and what I could handle at a very young age. And I think everybody knows that about themselves, of what they can and cannot handle. And that you don't let other people deter you or persuade you away from who you know, the essence of who you are. So I would be interested to know what one piece of advice you would give your younger self that would save you a lot of headache and heartache. And you know, you may have children, you may have grandchildren, godchildren, nieces, nephews, maybe even, you know, friends of, you know, children of friends who treat you as an auntie or an uncle. So I would be interested to know, and share along with that. So what one piece of advice would you tell your younger self that would save you a lot of headache and heartache? And what has been the consequence when you did not heed to that advice? I would be interested to know. So I hope you have a great Friday, a great weekend. Take care of yourself and each other, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.